Bakar Wozat without intro music. Bakar Wozat with intro music. And now the gallery of thingies. People from statues. Okay, we got the usual suspects. Here's Etho, holding some redstone in his pocket. Because, well, he's not the best at redstone, but there it is. Doc M. Powerful, sleek, aloof, partially green, partially terminating. B-dubs. Suave, sophisticated, with a swing in his step, and a dagger up his strap. The Gyms! Recently returned to Crackpack and doing videos. He's just released his, what is it, 5th one as I do this. By the time this gets released, he'll have probably done more. Great to see you at the Gyms. Kuroro. Well, he was the one whose skin I could find. It looks like Link from Legend of Zelda. Holding a heart, therefore. I have to point out Kuroro hasn't really played on Crackpack. But he hasn't played on Mindcrack in ages. Not as far as I can tell since Season 2. It has to be said, I tried to find other people from the older seasons, like Alchemedes and Mad Cow, and I couldn't find them. Kuroro I could find. There he is. Arcus. Indiana Jones face palming with his trusty whip. Here is a treasure chest. It's one of the longer treasure chests. It is a very unusual sculpture. It also functions as a coffin. And oh wait a minute. All right. Well, no, wait. That's my map. Wait, how did I press that button? Forget that. Button. Never mind. Why is my mini-map flashing? Oh, it's because the cursor's on the statue. Statue? Pyro FTB. Because regular pyro isn't enough. Unfortunately, I don't know why I have him holding a creeper head. Shouldn't matter. Why did I put the creeper head on his head? Oh, I found I couldn't, I think. Anyway, he's been playing a lot, and I like his playing Crackpack. Anyway. Next, Old Man Willikers and his Grey Sword of Doom. There weren't any swords in Doom. There were just guns. But there he is anyway. Makes me think of Master Roshi for some reason. Anyway, I hope not. And of course, ANO9JAUU. Oh. He left. I didn't even know he was here. He didn't say hi. Oh, sorry, AJD. He just got Crackpack working, so now he could play it. Only now he's not there. He was probably kicked out for inactivity. Too bad. I had to opt J-Man because he came back to this server and he found that he was still in creative mode. Because he was in creative mode when the server was belonging to Beneless, and I mean, when the map belonged to Beneless, the server still belongs to me. And so he... Oh, I should look up teams. Let's see. Scoreboard. Team... List. Oh, there we go. Yeah, red and blue have both 10 players each. Okay. Anyway, this guy's upside down, so I put his name upside down, and that was the joke. Banana and Krieger from Zip Crowd. I don't remember seeing any of his videos, but I just like the idea of a monkey guy with a banana. And yes, Crackpack has a banana, so yes. And I didn't have to make a banana for the resource pack. I can't get a resource pack to work. Sazuma. Originally, I thought he was part of Crackpack, but it turns out he's just occasionally invited to Crackpack stuff. He actually isn't part of Crackpack normally. He makes some nice videos. Unfortunately, his stuff is a little redundant right now, so I haven't really been watching it. But he helps out the Zip Crowd. I tried to get J-Man. I'm not J-Man. JL2579. Because he's the guy who runs Zip Crowd, and I tried to put him up there. But his face doesn't look right because he's using the snapshot. His skin is the snapshot skin, and as you know, his skin has the the thingy, the piston. Thank you. The piston. He's got a piston head, and so yeah, you've got it's bigger, and so because it's bigger, you don't see it because you just see a white block where his head would normally be. Setsuma looks like a guy from Doom. And I gave him a torch for no reason. That looks more like a 1 than the actual 1 that I gave the next guy. The next guy is no less than Archmage Melik. It looks a little bit like the character Father Christmas, which the British are nuts about, who's a strange take on Santa Claus. I don't understand, why is Archmage Melik dressed like that character? I don't know. I thought he looked more like, supposed to look more like a mage or something. Well, I guess that's the robes. Anyway, he's the mage. That's it. So what? Now if we go to the surface, you'll find that it's nighttime, and so we're not going to the surface. It's bedtime first. I was gonna put all the people of my team here, but what happened was my team has 10 members, viz. Blue, or no, I'm red. Red, 10 players. Okay. Here's me. You know what I look like. I've got 2 sticks. I guess the idea is to have 2 sticks to rub together, but it makes me think of John Woo style, or maybe not. The shoes don't look right, but I don't care about that. I think this is pretty good. It's a nice likeness. Anyway, now I can look at what my skin looks like without having to press F5. Ah! I'm not going to go over there, but there's Fred. No, I can go there. I just don't know how to get there right now. There's Fred. Hi, Fred. I've removed some of the stuff here, and I've removed the building elements. And well, it's because this is going to become all a front area. I'm not going to have chests lying around here. Not on this floor, anyway. Fudge Man. I wouldn't have pegged Fudge Man to look like that. Panhead. Wait, that's what Fred looks like. Oh, wait a minute. Panhead. Fred. Well, they look very similar. I didn't notice they looked similar. He's got the Bane thing going on, though, so that's kind of nice. I haven't figured that out yet. I've got stuff, but I don't think it's done right. I gotta look at the videos for that. J-Man, who is apparently on my team. I don't know if he wants to be on my team, but he seems to be. It's nice. It's nice, so I had him look like that. Whether that's a good one, I don't know. And Fox Dawn, who I had no idea that she was wearing what looks like a sweater. Maybe it's not really a sweater, but I get the sense that it's a sweater. Or maybe she's supposed to look like something else. I don't know. And down there I've got room for 2 more statues that I haven't done yet. The main reason I haven't done the statues is I'm out of the I'm out of the coloring stuff. I need to get more I got enough lapis. I've got enough red, so I need more cactus. You need more cactus, man, do you like this? And I had some cactus over here. Oh, it grew back. Okay. Go for it. And I didn't get it. Thanks. Alright. Let's dive down for it. This is just about the limit of where I can dive. Ah, there we go. 2 cactus. Which will be enough for 2 more of the coloring stuff. And I forgot what the coloring stuff is called, so I have to go find it again. On the quarried. Oh, I'm trying to find a white stone, a white slab, so I could use the upper floors because I'm run out of marble, and the marble I'm getting in, which is not very much, is going to really be needed for the 2nd floor, and there's going to be just so much of it needed that I need to build more. And so I looked into quarried stone. We could do quarried brick slabs, but I have to get the quarried brick from the north. And I can't do that. Why? Because, well, there's only so much of that as well. And maybe there's less of it. So I need to find some way of having a bright colored stone of some kind for the upper floors, for a 3rd floor through 10th floor. And then I have to figure out what I'm going to do for the roof. I don't know what I'm going to do for the roof yet. So I'm looking this up. Okay, it's under statue. Well, not those statues. Oh, I see what they mean. They've got that because the witches are pagan and they worship some goddess. Okay. Statues. Palette, that's the name of it. And there's the crafting thing. As you see, you need green, you need blue, got blue, you need red, got red, you need planks, got planks. You know, so it's just the cactus. But the other reason is I don't know who else is going to remain active in my team. Objective. Objective! No, not objective. Scoreboard. Scoreboard teams. List red. There we go. Creeper. Haven't seen him on in a while. Fudgeman got him. Dowen. No idea. Hero Brian and You Tell Me. So it's probably going to be Hero Brian and You Tell Me, but I don't know that for sure. So there's always that. Bioreactor. I don't want a bioreactor. I might have extra junk to put in a bioreactor. Oh, here we go. Smooth white stone. That's what we need. Cobble white stone. Half slabs. Cobble of any kind plus sugar equals cobble white stone. Can it be made into halves? What? What? 3 cobble white stone equals a single regular cobblestone slab with no whiteness? I need white half stone thingies. Ah! So there isn't any. Alright. Slab. Just look up slab. Here's the options. Marbles. Limestone, which is not quite as bright. Quarried cobble. Oh, and skystone cobble. But don't you have to get skystone from a sky biome? A bone slab. What's that? The bone blocks from gravestones. No. Can't use that. Ah, here we go. The bleached bone block, which you take bricks. You take bricks. Bricks and bone meal. But that's for... You need 2 bone meal for 1 block? No. It'd be easier to get quartz for everything. Or snow even. Iron slab. So I guess it looks like I could have to use mangrove wood. No, it looks like I'm going to have to use more marble or else I'll have to switch to limestone depending on how much of it I need. But there's 12 pages. Let's see what else we got. Wool slabs. A lot of wood. Ooh, what's this creepy limestone? Should I just give up on the idea of having... on just having white? Should I just do like bricks or something? Or just regular stone? Well, let's look what we got here. And the tool. And I need a tool chest. And I lost one of my chisels. I can't find it. I got a chisel somewhere and I don't know what happened to it. Alright. What do we got? What? Nothing! That's what. Nothing. I don't get it. Nothing? Something is wrong here. Something is wrong here. There's gotta be a way to get some slabs. Hammer. Well, that's for the statues. Anyway, I'm still hollowing out this base area. Once the level is finished, I'm gonna do the lower levels below that. I'm gonna do most of my smelting stuff down there, and I'm gonna this metallurgic infuser, which I did use once. Oh, got some RF. I got RF in this thing, but very little redstone. I don't want to use redstone. I've gotten almost nowhere with this. That's got some stuff in it, but my studies have been very imperfect. I still don't know what these things are. What are they? I know I have to connect stuff to it, but how do I connect stuff to it? What do I need to create that I need to discover, and how do I discover it? And I don't know. So it's that's my update. Fox Dawn was visiting here. She offered to do some of the work on this place. She apparently lives somewhere in that forest somewhere. I was wandering around there. I was trying to burn some of that forest down because I wanted to clear a little area out so that I could plant more trees in that area. But now Fox Dawn is in there somewhere. Well, she says she just has a hole in the ground, so she's not going very far with that. So we'll see what to do there. At least the following, we know the following. Number 1, I've got more sand down there if I need it. Number 2, I've got neighbor. I've got enough food. Number 3, I'm not going to be attacked very much by mortar attack. He might attack, who knows. I need to attack him. Well, one thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do something about that island over there. There's a lot of stuff in the way. It's all in the way. It's got to get out of the way. Because it's all in the way. If I just light it up, it should be okay. And that's the whole island. So now I don't have to worry about attacks from there. Of course, I don't know if enemies will spawn down there or something, but there's no X's on them, so that's fine. Ooh, trying to open a bottle of iced tea with one hand. Ugh. No, I can't do it. I have to let go. Alright, here we go. Ah. And it leaks all over the place. These are terrible caps. Good old iced tea. I should like drink it too. Yes. The finer things in life. Already past noon. I'm also going to need to kill some squids. You'll pardon me a second. I'm sorry, I've got morning nose. That's what happens when you have to blow your nose a heck of a lot. Okay, well, I'm going to have to set this on fire now. Oh. I didn't bring my, Alright, I'll just walk around it. No big deal. There we go. Go for it. Okay, now the thing is we're not all on at the same time, but it's nice to have people on more regularly. It's nice for AJD to be here. Lambert is here now. It looks like... What's his name? Miner Man might be coming. Miner Man might have Crackpack soon. You know what's doing? You know what's bringing us together? It's the community. It's our sense of community that we have. It's not that people want... Okay, she's not in this hole. Speaking of which, I should probably light it up. I should just go back to lighting things up like I used to. even if I wasn't going to reside there. I'm now in financial difficulty. I didn't want to say it, but I'm now in financial difficulty. I'm going to have trouble keeping the server going. I'll keep it going for as long as I can. I might be able to manage a couple more years out of it, but I don't know that for sure. But anyway, hey! It should be alright for this year anyway, and it'll be alright for the beginning of next year. I paid for a year ago. Well, not a year ago. It was in October, I think. I gotta look that up. I'm not 100% sure about this. I usually, when I play a video game, and I hate to say this, but you know, this is turning into a talky episode. I'm just gonna talk about this one subject and then I'll stop, okay? Because I'm almost done anyway. I hate to say this, but when I play a game, previous games that I played, I usually played for about 3 years and then I stopped. Once I got online, I had this game, what was the game called? Kingdoms 3. It was a browser game. It was about playing and enjoying. It was a simulation for a bunch of kingdoms at war with each other, and there was more to it than that. You know, I really should have made more shovels. I made Kingdoms 3. I mean, I played Kingdoms 3, and I enjoyed it very thoroughly. But what I did not, but I really wanted to play an RPG, and I didn't think that you could play an RPG on a browser game. And that's pretty much it for my shovels. Maybe I should cut down some trees and make more wood, and then I'll just use what I have. So I played Kingdoms 3 and I enjoyed it, and then after a few months, I was like, yeah, let's leave that. But after a few months I was like, oh yes, well we need an RPG, that's a different thing. And so what I did was I got an RPG. I found an RPG, it was called The Prophet's Song. I guess it was named after a song by Queen, which I found that out later, but I'm not sure about that either. Anyway, I played that RPG, which is a browser game, and I enjoyed that, and I played that for about 3 years. Then after that I played Ragnarok Online. I played that for about 3 years. I played it for about, I think it was about 2 years, on 2 years paid, and then I played a private server of it for 1 year. And then after that I got into World of Warcraft. And that lasted about 3 years. And so I played that for about 3 years, and but I was longing for other things to do. No, you know what? Now that I think of it, after Ragnarok Online, I played Second Life, but I didn't play that for 3 years. Because it wasn't a very good game. It wasn't much of a game at all, really. And besides Second Life, after that I played RPG Maker XP. The idea was I was going to make my own game, because I was sick of the way RPGs were being done. I wanted to make the game my way and not their way. My problem with Ragnarok Online, I have to tell you this. I love the merchant thing, because it reminded me of Tornico from Dragon Quest IV. I liked Dragon Quest IV, and I loved that feature where you could sell your stuff. Although, it wasn't very helpful beyond, you know, just earning the amount of money that you could so that you could pay for things. But I loved being able to do that, and so when I found you could do that in Ragnarok, I was nuts about it. But then what happened was, I thought you were going to get to have your own place. And so instead of having an open-air shop, you get to have your own place. But then they nerfed that. They said, no, we're not going to do that. And so that was pretty much the end. I couldn't play the game anymore. Don't get to have your own place because they stopped that. They weren't going to do that any longer. And the reason they weren't going to do it is because somebody hacked it and forced them into doing certain other things. Anyway, this is all, oh crap. I gotta leave it up. So that when I have some way of placing it. I don't mind, I guess, if I lose the cobble. I could do mining later on elsewhere. It's not as big of a deal. So because of somebody's hacking, there was a problem with... Uh-oh. There was a problem with it, so they couldn't have custom places to live. And so what I did eventually was I found out that you could make your own place in Second Life. And so I was playing Second Life, and I made my own place, and people were saying, "We hate your place, you're ruining property values." Well, my problem with Second Life was I was trying to get into the real estate thing, but the real estate was nailed down by just a couple of businesses, the main one of which was Anshi Chung. I remember the name now. I thought I was going to forget the name, but I remembered the name. She had it locked down so that there were only a couple of other places that could compete. She had all the major businesses. I was so upset about her because I couldn't sell my stuff without taking a loss. So what I did was I got into stuff. I got into making stuff you could sell. Little gadgets and things that used scripts and selling t-shirts. Nobody bought my t-shirts. Nobody bought my stuff. I didn't make any gold or Linden dollars, thank you, for that stuff. And so I was upset. And it's a social game where you can't do any role-playing of any real decent sort. The role-playing was crap. A heart appears. No, wait. Something appears on the screen. What was it, a heart? I made a stoplight. A working stoplight. Yes. 1. Wait, it's this way. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. What can I say? I got a little bit of claustrophobia. Not when playing the game. I just have claustrophobia. Okay, so I was playing the game, and I really... It's not really much of a game. The RPG is terrible. They don't have special abilities. They don't have leveling up. They just got hearts appear on the screen or something. I forgot what it was. But something like hearts. And the idea is that you can kill each other with weapons and stuff. But it's horrible. And it's only this certain area specific, and it has to be activated, and nobody wanted it, and... There were areas that were blocked off because somebody would block the area off so that he could build on it. But then they'd leave it up. And so I'd have an area to live that would be next to a bunch of barriers so you couldn't travel through. How do you leave that area? And I needed a big area to build, you know, something like out of Minecraft. You know, look at the size of what you could build in Minecraft. That's what I wanted. That's weird. There we go. Oh, I gotta dig that. Oh, it's because I put that there. I put it there because I was blocking the thing off. I was trying to dig there originally. Alright, that's fine. Alright, here we go. So the role-playing was terrible. And there was advertisements for everything, everywhere. It was like the ultimate in... When you're playing something for free and they put an ad in the game, you know, like when you have that for, oh, I don't know what, some browser thing. You know, you go to a website and there's ads everywhere and you want to use an ad blocker. There are no ad blockers for Second Life. And that's the problem I have with Second Life. No ad blockers. If I ran a Second Life-like game, I would insist your Second Life type game would have to have a limited number of ads, and you can only have one ad for your business. That's it, one ad. And that ad would have to be outside of your business. Like on the wall of your store or something. I would require, if you're selling something, you can only put a vendor on in your store. You can only have one store. Because it should be about adventuring. Where's the adventuring? And where's the underground tunnels? And Oh, no, wait, that's right. Okay, yeah, you go all the way to the wall. I forgot about that. I panicked there for a minute. But I have to be careful when doing this when I'm talking. And so I was just so mad about this game. But you couldn't do anything with it. So I said, I'm going to switch. I got to do RPG Maker, and I'm going to make my own game. And the first thing I did was I am the man behind something called the Doom Project. If you were part of the RPG Maker community, in those days, when they were introducing RPG Maker XP, you'll remember there was a guy who made the Doom Project. Within 3 days of it being available, I rush released it. Let's just say that I rush released it. I don't have enough cobble. Oh wait, maybe I do. Oh, 2 whole cobble. Thanks. So I'm not going to be able to burn enough sand for the floor, which means the floor is going to be stuck like this for a while, which means I'm going to have to make sure to go to bed at the proper time. Sun's not setting yet. Okay, that's wrong. Oh, no, wait, that's the base. He's standing on the base. Yeah, so I need some marble. I need to get marble. I need to get more sand. No, I got more sand. I need to get marble, and I need to get something. Maybe we'll use limestone. How much limestone do we have? Let's look it up. Total limestone, 58. What's this? Oh, this is chests. Trap chests are like that. Regular chests are like that. Why? No idea. J-Sand 19. Without intro music. So I played with the idea of doing the Doom Project. Now, what was a Doom Project? Basically what I did was, I took the graphics from Doom, and I made tile maps with them. And I made sprites based, in-game sprites based on the sprites. If you've ever looked for sprites for Doom, you might find, if you were looking on Google Image Search, you might find the very files that I created for the Doom Project regarding the sprites, because that is a very functional sprite that I created based on the Doom graphics. I took the Doom graphics and I used them. I know you're going to say, but you're violating copyrights or something, yeah? I'm just using graphics. I didn't make any money off of it, I promise. I promise no money was made off of that. I made a sample level 1 map on the Doom Project, and I invited people to make their own maps, and some people wanted to take me up on that offer. And then promptly did not. They did not take me up on that offer. None was ever made. After that, I started work on a game which I never finished. It was going to be called First Fantasy 1. First Fantasy 1. Oh yeah. I love that title. And it was going to be very, very funny. It was a whole spoof on the whole RPG thing. And it was extremely funny, but there were some serious moments. And, well, what happened was, I wanted to create my own graphics, and so I started creating my own graphics, and I got out of control with that. And then I wanted to put my own music in there, and I'm not very good at making my own music. So, I just thought, I've got to find the best music I possibly can. And everybody else was doing this. Not that that excuses it, but everybody else was doing this, and everybody else was saying... And so they were all saying, make your own music, or take music off of CDs, and... What the... I played around with that game for ages, and it got to the point where I started using other people's music. Tons and tons of it. And then I found the project was 150 megabytes or something. And I was like, I wasn't anywhere near finishing the first area of the game. And so pretty much that was the end, really. There we go, now we're getting somewhere. So I never finished it because I was constantly... I came up with this idea of doing the opening sequence that was like a music video. It was going to have this heavy metal... You know, something like that. And it was this huge, lengthy song. It was like 8 minutes in length. Huge, heavy metal, 8-minute kind of song that I got. And it was going to be this wonderful fight sequence. And then I realized, too much work, not getting it done. So I started to try to create a simpler one, but that didn't happen either. It just was not a good thing for me. So I pretty much gave up on them. I'm like, I want to play an RPG now. I didn't want to take forever to make that RPG. I want to hurry up, get me an RPG that I can play right now that isn't Dragon Quest. Because I was sick of playing the Dragon Quests and the Final Fantasies and Earthbound and Chrono Trigger and what was that other one I used to play all the time? Phantasy Stars. Oh, that's it. Thanks. Okay, so I stopped playing them. I'm like, gotta play RPG now, and I just thought, World of Warcraft. My computer can play it, so why don't I? Alright, now this is one of those cases where I'm gonna need to look at F3 to look at this. Because F3, I want to dig this out in several directions, and I've dug it out that way, but I need to dig it out this way as well. So I'm gonna stand right here, press F3, pardon me. Okay. Well, I guess I'm not going to be able to do that, though. I'm not going to be able to do the checking to see if I've gotten there. Alright, fine. Fine. Actually, you know what? It's not such a big deal, because most of the other players do seem to know where my base is. The ones who don't seem to be on my team. Except for Fox Dawn and maybe J-Man. Boy, I need more iced tea. So I guess I'll just dig down here. So I played World of Warcraft for 3 years, and then when I was done, I was part of a pretty good raiding team. And this is about the same time Good was pretty good on his Boulder Fist server. I was on the Quel'Dori server. Ha ha ha. And we had a pretty good raiding team, but it was not the best on Quel'Dori. It was, in fact, maybe the 5th or 6th best. Ah, that's good iced tea. Now, has this been dug all the way around? No, it hasn't. There's still some over here. Okay. I wasn't as good, you see. But I was a World of Warcraft player, and I was able to play it. He played into Cataclysm slightly. I didn't get Cataclysm. I stopped before... Oh, no. How does this happen? What's it... And this is why I have to finish the basement level before doing anything here. I keep forgetting to do that. I swear it drives me crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. Ugh. Well, I could dig all the way from the bottom. Whoa, is this right? This isn't right. Oh, I need to put glass here. And I can't have the glass until I've got the sand. I need to get more sand. Need more shovels. Get more shovels. Come on, let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. One more. And then make one more than that, too. Because I'm like that. I'm like that right now. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this stuff. Yes, I am a little crazy, thank you for asking. Because I need to get lots of marble, because look at that space. How do I get over there? Well, I know how to get over there, that's not the point. Alright. At the end of the 3 years, I was upset, because again, they had the problem with World of Warcraft if you're going to have a place where you could, have a custom place to live, and they couldn't do that because somebody had hacked the server or DDoSed something. I don't know. And there was a problem with the game. Oh, I should block that off too. That'll do. What else? They kept changing the rules, and I didn't like that at all. What rules were they changing? The rule they kept changing was the horses. Oh, now you can start on an earlier level with horses. Thanks. But it's like, where's the fun of having to work all that time to get to the point where you do need... Whoops. To get to the point where you do need a better, higher level or something. Nope, don't got one. Oh, there's something here. What's all this? Nah. Other than this stuff. Other than the coal, I don't think anyone needs this. Okay, so what happened was they kept making things happen earlier and earlier. And they kept improving. You had teleports everywhere. You had horse travel learned at an earlier level. There were about 5 other improvements. Well, they said they were improvements, but they're not. Why not? Well, they were terrible. It's like, where's the challenge of getting to the level? So now you could do stuff at an earlier level, and the traveling. I wanted realistic traveling. I wanted it to be where you could walk to get anywhere. And if there was a horse, that it was going to be very hard to get to the horse, or for there to be horses. I wanted to make it so that if you ran for a short distance, that there would be fatigue. I wanted it to be miles between villages and between towns and stuff. And it wasn't miles. It didn't even seem like miles. It only seemed like hundreds of feet. Oh, appetite. I don't want appetite. I wanted there to be a more realistic RPG, and I wanted it to be where you had huge distances to travel. I was writing my own video game. I was going to write my own computer game. It was going to be a roguelike. It was going to be a huge, huge world, bigger than any other video game ever made. The map was going to be thousands of miles across, procedurally generated, and I could do it. And I knew how to do it. I thought that I was going to be the first to do it. Then somebody pointed out Infiniminer had... Was it Infiniminer was going to be infinite, or were they talking about or were they talking about that Minecraft? I've completely forgotten. And so I was very upset about that. I was like, "Oh no, Minecraft but Minecraft has 3D. I want to do a 2D game because it would take up less space, presumably, or the graphics wouldn't be so intensive, computationally intensive, so I could put more stuff in the game." And so as a result of this, I started making the game, and I got upset. Basically, my point in making my own game was because I was upset at how they were doing World of Warcraft. I didn't get as far as Cataclysm. I decided to stop playing before Cataclysm came out. Right before. Maybe a couple weeks. I just didn't want to buy it. It's like, now you can fly anywhere in the game on your flying mount. And I'm like, I don't want that. I didn't even want there to be flying mounts. I'm like, let people walk. I even wanted it to be difficult to communicate with other players. You know, have not instant messages, but have people do things by mail. Yeah, mail, you know, as in carrier pigeon or something. And the mail wasn't going to be an instantaneous thing like they had in World of Warcraft. This was going to be, you send a message and then the postman NPC arrives, picks up your letters, and then delivers the letters. I'm absolutely serious. Now you might say, this is a huge turnoff to most people who want their stuff now. And I'm like, I'm not making a game for those people. I'm making a game for me. Of course, if there's nobody else playing the game, who are you sending the mail to exactly? That was the problem. So it was more of a pipe dream than anything. Dream of smoking a pipe. Or something. The pipe weed has dulled your senses. And your exposure to those hobbits, or to Radagast for that matter, but Radagast isn't mentioned in that movie. So what did I do? Well, I worked on the game, and I actually got NPCs. I even got some you could fight. I got the huge, gigantic procedural world working, including the dungeons. The caves, the dungeons, the whole thing. But the game was not very playable. And the graphics were not quite what I wanted, and I was always constantly trying to improve the graphics. But what killed the game was I couldn't get the level system to do what I wanted, and I was constantly changing the graphics and adding more graphics, and I've run out of sand. There's no more sand. What is that? Is there a note over there or something? Oh, it's just another spot on my... No! Oh, it's a thing over the water. It's one of those water lily things. One of those things that I got. All right. Yeah. There's that horse. Why don't I just get the horse? Well, because it's not a safe place for him to go. I don't have a place to put the horse yet. Look, more sand. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Was I had all kinds of problems with the game. I was constantly busy playing other things. I wanted a roguelike. I wanted a set of rules for the roguelike. I tried to make something D&D-like for the rules, and that wasn't working. I tried to make something more roguelike for the rules, and that didn't work. It was going to be a roguelike, though. And I thought, I want a simple RPG kind of Dragon Quest-style rules for leveling up and for experience, and I came up with some very, very simple rules. They were too simple, actually. Hey, this looks pretty good. Are these chunk boundaries? I wonder. It looks like it, yeah. Whoa. No, I don't know where Fox Dawn's area is. I could go looking for it, but then I probably wouldn't find it. I'll just say it's enough. Well, how much do I got? Yeah, that's enough. That's it. Stop. Go home. So I couldn't play the game anymore. I couldn't make the game playable. I didn't want to play it. So I pretty much stopped. I just said no. No, I said, not going to play it anymore. Not going to try to develop it. I could have made money off that, possibly. But I had people complaining. They wanted my games to have music in them. I'd released some other games, and they were all complaining, where's the music? Where's the sound effects? I don't want music in my game. I just want a game like a roguelike. There's music in Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, for example, but you can play a version without the music, and it's better to play without the music as far as I'm concerned. Look, do you hear music now? How about now? Getting dark. At least the mobs aren't going to spawn on that island anymore. So that's something. Oh, they'll spawn somewhere. I don't know why I keep looking at that node. Why I keep thinking I've got beacons. Should I get a beacon? Might be possible. Well, I'm going to pretty much call it an episode now. I've been doing a lot of just walking and talking kind of thing and doing some work. And I'm going to have to do some more of that. And get rid of those seeds. We don't need those seeds. Get rid of those mushrooms. We don't need those mushrooms. Well, maybe we need them, but... So after that, I started playing Dwarf Fortress. And I thought, oh, I'll end up playing this for about 3 years if I get into it. I got very heavily into it. I started downloading all these crazy videos. The big video was Captain Duck. But it was an outmoded version of the game. After a while, I ran out of Captain Duck videos to watch. I started watching Paul Bo Brookins, and there was Jeff Major, and there was another one. Can't remember the other one. And then there was Archmage Melik. That guy, the guy in the so-called Father Christmas. I don't like that name, by the way. But what I liked was that I liked his videos. And so I played Dwarf Fortress because I liked his Dwarf Fortress videos, but I also like... Oh, this is right. I liked Dwarf Fortress, and so I played it, and I liked his videos. And then he had Minecraft. So I would still be playing Dwarf Fortress even now, because it hasn't been 3 years since I started playing Dwarf Fortress, you see. But I haven't played Dwarf Fortress because I've been playing Minecraft. And there you go. There's the story. Am I going to be playing this for 3 years? I have now been playing this game for slightly over 1 year. But I haven't been playing the same map for that long, so I'm wondering... what shall happen about that. Anyway, so there's my story, the end, and thank you for watching the video and listening to my story. If you don't like my story, it's because it's just, oh, he's played this game, and then he played this other game, and oh, that's very nice and exciting, and who really gives a flying fig, or a flying pig, or